click on the link, give Card Jiu-Jitsu a subscription, and follow them on their socials. Fight is starting in 6 minutes and 20 seconds, but I'll let them give you guys the segue and kind of run around a little bit today throughout the house. But I will be in both chats, keeping an eye on everything, and I'll be popping into the office to chat with you as much as I can. All right, let's enjoy some Card Jiu-Jitsu.
That is a technical skill that you have to, with the fouls and stuff like that, if you haven't done it. So is there going to be some training and, are they just going to be thrown into it, or how's that going to work?
They're just going to be thrown into it, Dallin.
Wow.
Yeah. It says in the Bible, everybody has a plan until there's a seatbelt wrapped around their carotid.
Yeah,
that's from Leviticus.
Leviticus. Okay, yeah. I thought it was in Proverbs.
You're just being silly. Green team, Cannonball. I would like to see Cannonball in any grappling sport. The problem with Cannonball is I don't necessarily know if he's got a background in any sort of combat sports. I know he's a great showman. I don't know how his cardio is, but I actually probably do. And Big Cannonball, I wouldn't want him to slap me in the chest, and I wouldn't want him to slap me in the face.
Right.
But most of all, I wouldn't want to be responsible for stuffing him inside of a mid-sized tire.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, all day. You need a spatula. No props at PLN, so it's probably a losing proposition. And of course, you can see here Fletcher Estes. That's another one. Fletcher Estes, down for anything. PLN fans have seen him with Card Jiu-Jitsu Championship primarily, but he's down for any sport, and I'm hopeful that the randomizer is kind. But you can see here, anything can happen. You've got 42 PLN athletes from all different walks of life. They all will form these 6 teams, and every week from June 13th to August 15th, they will send one member or two of the team into battle in a different PLN sport. It's a points-based competition, and at the end of the 10 weeks, we will crown the PLN top team, Mike.
That's fantastic. I felt like we covered all these teams. We didn't give Gold Team any props, and that's a strong team too.
Well, they got to be called the Gold Team.
Yeah. So
in the planning.
Kind of a given, right?
No, if you look closely, the uniforms they wear are yellow. So I was kind. You've got Gary Graham. He's a professional wrestling, a hard-working man. He's got a lot of matches to his credit. He's a champion in pro wrestling, but he's here as part of the Chest Chop family. So I'd love to see Gary in something else. Who knows what can happen.
Again, another huge personality.
Yeah, big personality. Another big personality is Runt. Runt is the undefeated middleweight champion. Everybody loves Runt. He's proof that Dynamite comes in medium-sized packages. And I also know that Runt was a wrestler in a former life.
Okay.
A freestyle wrestler, not a pro wrestler.
Okay.
And so I know that he'd probably be willing to do just about any of the PLN grappling sports. Mike Cardle, he's the jiu-jitsu coach now at BFC Extreme.
Yep.
And so he's got great skills in the grappling department. Personally, I would love to slap him in the face. Firecracker. Now, that's going to be an exciting one because Firecracker, typically known only for slapping, but I have many conversations with Firecracker when he's here at the studio, and he is interested in every PLN sport. Yeah. And great. As is Shamokin Thunderclap.
Yeah.
Shamokin Thunderclap is all over the place. He trains jiu-jitsu. He trains in fighting. He trains in slapping. He trains in potty. He trains in everything. Cole Owens, you used to know him as Electric Cole.
Yeah, another huge personality.
Another big personality. I like Cole Owens because a lot like the two of us, this guy is a fighter, but he's also a theater guy. So I just recently watched Cole Owens as one of the chorus in Little Mermaid.
Really?
Yes, it's a true story.
Wow. Yeah.
And I also know that Cole Owens is an amateur rapper. He's got some new stuff out. I just watched some of his performances. This guy's crazy. He's got a great personality and some great outfits. And Cole Owens, he could be invited to do just about any of these sports.
Yeah.
And so when you look at the 6 teams, Dallin, what you're seeing here is none of these teams stand out as being the favorite. What the randomizer has done is it's created 6 evenly matched teams of 7 members each, and there is no telling which of these teams will be the winner. What it's going to come down to are the matchups.
Yes, absolutely. I'm picking the blue team, though.
All right, so Dallin, I'll just tell you for myself, it's hard to pick a favorite team, but just knowing what I know about the rotation of the sports in the show, I would say that the winner of the competition would be red, blue, green, or the gold or the purple or pink team.
Okay.
And I would be willing to bet. It's a lot of great opportunities, guys. I mean, you can look at it for yourself. You've got infinite opportunities here. We've got 10 weeks. Every week there will be 5 matchups, and those 5 matchups over the course of the run, 50 matches and 42 athletes. So as you can see, a lot of these guys are going to be making multiple appearances, and it's going to be an incredible summer. I cannot wait for both the savagery and the hilarity. And Dallin, I'm really happy I was able to come by and announce the card this way. This is an exciting project for us.
Yes.
We're going to have a good time working on it. And, quite frankly, this is probably my favorite project that we've done in recent years.
I'm excited as well.
Do you have any more questions?
Yeah. What's in the cup?
Coffee. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Thank you for tuning in. I am Dallin Getling, and we will catch you next time.
Somewhere around 520 pounds of man meat in the front seat of a Toyota Scion. This is a different type of a sport here. Not only is it the jiu-jitsu, but there's also got to be some fight in the competitor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a crime in progress. This is what it looks like if you get attacked in your car by a guy that trains jiu-jitsu. Again, this is what a murder looks like in progress right here. Sweating profusely. It's hot as hell inside the car. I'll tell you, Mark, this sport is really evolving.
Look at that.
Lots of heavy breathing inside the car. There's not much relief in the back seat. And that's a big, big man to have smashing you for 3 minutes. Got the seatbelt all the way around the throat, and this is a tough, tough situation. As we get in the later rounds, we're going to see how far they're willing to go to get the win. Friends, and welcome to Friday Night Fights. I'm JT Tilley, as always, with my good friend Jason Mayhem Miller, and tonight is week 1 of our 10-week series, Friday Night Fights, where every week a new PLN sport and a member of one of our 6 pre-selected teams. And Jason, last week, if you're on social media, you noticed that we've selected from our 140 roughly signed athletes. We selected 42 of them and split them into 6 separate teams of 7 each. Now, those 6 teams will send a new person into battle every Friday night until our grand finale on August 15th, where we will decide which of those teams is 2025 PLN top team. Jason?
Yeah, that's right, JT. Hey, the viral craze is back on the road for another grappling lap. That's right, it's Jiu-Jitsu. It's the clash on the dashboard. So buckle up, buckaroos. It's time to get strangled with the seatbelt. Hey, guys, are you ready to get this show on the road? Let's go, baby. This is Jiu-Jitsu.
All right, let's take it down to the front of the 2025 Mustang and our host, Dallin Getling.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to PLN Studios in the beautiful Ozark Mountains. I'm your host, Dallin Getling, And tonight we are featuring a Jiu-jitsu match, lots of Jiu-jitsu matches. And so all the fun's going to take place in this beautiful beast behind me. It is a 2025 Mustang. It's sponsored by RTR. Now all the matches are sanctioned by Extreme Sport USA. Our lead official is Kyron Bowen. Timekeeper is Darius Matavarona. And this show's producer is Will Reed, directed by none other than Mr. JT Tilley. Now this entire event is brought to you by Pro League Network. PLN is the world's leading purveyor in niche sports. So if you want to get your next sports obsession, go to ProLeagueNetwork.com. All right. Are you guys ready to buckle up and have some fun? Well, please direct your attention to the front screens as we meet our first competitor.
Mark Coleman on our right. We've got Team Biscuits, Firecracker. Good to see these guys enjoying each other's fights. We just can't get them to stay backstage. They just won't. Round one. That is the kind of power that Firecracker has in his right hand.
Please welcome Firecracker!
Look at that. Bang! The deepest chin tuck in the division. Firecracker. Most guys hate it. Larry just slaps a little deeper. No complaints here. Bang! Oh, and Larry.
Oh, that was a good one.
Well, buckle up. Firecracker's sitting in the driver's seat.
Yeah, this is Firecracker coming in here. Firecracker is a professional slap fighter. This is his first time at Jiu-Jitsu Championship.
Now, that's the interesting base of grappling, slap fighting. I don't know how much that's going to help him in this, but I certainly think that his wavy locks will do the trick.
Yes, and not being scared.
Yes, I believe so. I hope he has...
And there he is, Black Larry. He's a superstar. Lock up that arm.
It's now 1-1. 30 seconds remaining in round one. Nice point scored by Cameron Harris with the arm drag.
Whoa! A fantastic shot from Black Larry, and Firecracker goes down hard.
Well, I've worked with Black Larry a couple times, so I will go with him. Young, explosive. He got him in the air.
Oh, he's got him up.
Almost got it dunked early on.
One of the most popular new slappers of recent years. Fantastic athlete. Oh, and he drops Shamokin Thunderclap. Oh, and he drops Hunter. Wow, Cameron Harris absolutely dominates.
Fan favorite, Black Larry.
We love Black Larry. He's a great competitor. He's representing the green team. So this is going to be a fun match between the green team and the gold team, Jason.
Yeah. Got his fingers in his check there. Green team versus gold team. Rivalry as old as time.
Yes. Indeed it is. All right, our lead official tonight, as always, is professional fighter and all-around nice guy, Kyron Bowen.
What a beard on him.
Yeah, that's a fake beard, actually. It's not a real beard, but, you know, it looks good, matches his eyebrows, which are also prosthetic. And we're going to go to the front of the car here, and we're going to take a look at the coin toss. Now, whoever wins the coin toss at Jiu-Jitsu Championship has the choice of who starts behind the steering wheel. And, Mayhem, that is not a good place to start your first match.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us in under the hood.
Passenger, go ahead and get in there. Go ahead and get there.
All right, so it looks like Firecracker wins the coin toss. He chooses round one in the passenger seat. So we're going to get these guys loaded up in the car and get ready. All right, here we go. On our left, Firecracker, and on our right, Black Larry.
Now, where do you think these gentlemen are headed?
Show your hands.
Into the hearts and minds of America's youth, Jason. And we're off.
Oh,
Immediately,
Black Larry
takes his shoulder strap off like a
Quickly.
pro. Oh, and he's got the hangman's noose already. He's going to take this first round quickly.
Oh, my goodness.
Firecracker's fighting for survival here. He's trying to keep this seatbelt off of his esophagus.
Well, Firecracker is certainly seeing like his head's going to pop like a pimple.
Yes.
It seems to be.
This is a rough
tough
assault.
day.
This is like a crime in progress. Oh, Black Larry with the choke.
Tap out immediately. About 30 seconds into the first round, Black Larry handles it like an oil change at Jiffy Lube.
All right, Black Larry's going to win the first round, and here at Jiu-Jitsu Championship, friend, you must win the round by submission, so that will end the first round, and it goes to Black Larry. Another trivial fact about Jiu-Jitsu Championship, there is no break between rounds, just long enough to switch seats, and we will immediately start round 2.
Yep. The only break here is the emergency break.
That's right.
All right, the competitors look fueled up.
This looks like a buddy cop comedy.
It certainly does.
Show your hands. Hands down.
And we're off. This time Larry reaches over and tries to get the jump.
Oh, a guillotine near the glove box.
All right, we've got Firecracker. He's doing one of these peekaboo moves here.
All right.
I've seen this video.
Yep.
Okay, he's going to force the action into the driver's seat, and now we've got what's called the nut hug here. Black Larry all over Firecracker.
Got a sort of a fruit salad on the headrest situation.
Absolutely. Have you heard that song by the Wiggles?
I'm sorry, I don't participate in Pride Month.
You will. All right, we've got enough seatbelt in the back here. We've got enough shoulders. Shoulders. Oh, and it's over. Black Larry with some vehicular manslaughter. My good man, Larry. One of the wonderful things about these two guys is that they've got a friendship. They've competed in other sports with each other, and they'll be back to face each other another day. But this one goes to the green team, Mayhem.
Yeah, Black Larry's really representing. You know, once I saw that powder puff head, I knew that he had some skills in jiu-jitsu.
Represent it. You did a good job representing it in the car. And I think this whole, Friday Night Fights thing was kind of made for you, man. Because you're the one that's competed in the most sports, right?
Yes, sir.
You've done all these things.
I love them.
So sometimes you got like Firecracker. He'd never done Jiu-Jitsu, right?
Yes, sir.
But you've done Jiu-Jitsu. What else?
Ultimate tire wrestling, slap fight, and guerrilla games.
Okay, haven't done chest chop yet.
No, I have not.
Maybe we'll get you called to that. Well, you won one for the green team.
Yes,
got
sir.
some points for the green team. I want to give you a chance to give a shout out to anybody.
Anybody that supports me, thank you for watching. My family, I just love being here. Thank you for having me in PLN.
Well, great job, man. And I'm sure your teammates are rooting you on, and so you can go celebrate with them. But you got the first win for the green team. Your winner, Black Larry.
All right, so the first match is over. It was over quite quickly, Mayhem, and it was Black Larry representing the green team, picking up 5 points.
Yeah, Black Larry was on all gas, no brakes, no haircut. He put it down for the green team. Now, tell me about these points. 5 points that Black Larry just earned to go towards the total team win?
Okay, anytime you win your match with submission or with a knockout, you get 5 points. If you win by a decision, 2.5 points, and of course, if you lose the match, no points at all. So throughout the course of the 10 weeks of the summer, each of these guys will be coming in, some of them multiple times, multiple Friday nights, and they'll be representing their teams. Wins gain points for the team. Losses gain nothing for the team. So at the end of the 9 weeks, we calculate the points, and in the grand finale, we give away, give or take, $5 billion.
The toughest field day on earth.
Yes, yes, and matter of fact, there's 5 matches tonight, and the next match is on their way to the queue now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first package for the first competitor.
I've seen him in a bad position many times. He is hard to kill. And you can rest assured that no matter how tough or how tired he gets or how tough it gets, this guy's going to fight till the final buzzer or until he's unconscious. So what we're looking at here is a desperate Wesley Drain trying to figure out the puzzle of how am I going to win this match.
Fletcher Estes Mayhem. He's a jiu-jitsu veteran.
A handsome boy, too, I might say.
Thank you very much. I'd like to keep this about the competitors, though, if you would. Fletcher Estes, I believe this is his 4th match at Jiu-Jitsu Championship. He's representing the green team, and we just watched his teammate Black Larry pick up 5 points for the green team, and he's looking to do the same. Now, he's got a tough matchup tonight, and we're going to take a look at the package for his opponent.
And we're off. And right away, Chambers is out of the passenger seat. He goes for the shoulder strap, and he's going to try to put that right around the carotid. And Jeff Allen is starting to question just a handful of his life decisions. Now, it looks like he's going to go into the back seat here. We've got 2 minutes left, and John Chambers takes the round. And John Chambers finally gets the throat. Here we go. He's got the hangman's noose. Jeff is in trouble, and there's the tap. Jonathan Chambers, first out, immediately goes for the shoulder strap. Oh, and it looks like he's pulled out some crazy stuff here. Is it an arm bar? It can't be a wrist lock. All right, here we go. It's the same song again, only this time Vincent Bryan is fending off the seatbelt attack. Jonathan Chambers, with everything he's got, he knows that this is the most difficult fight for him in the tournament. And look at Vince. Wow.
All right. Chambers with a nice black eye. You know what? I got to say, I trust the jiu-jitsu guy with the shiner.
Yeah, same here. Jonathan Chambers, he's also Mayhem, a veteran of Jiu-Jitsu Championship. And this is a great matchup, actually. This is an up-and-comer against a veteran. I think John Chambers has something like 10 matches in the car. So,
well, Chambers looked like he took a gear shift to the eyeball already.
Well, you know, theoretically, he probably did. All right, we're going to move to the front of the car, and our host, Dallin Getling, for the coin toss.
All right, Fletcher.
And the coin toss will determine who will start in the driver's seat and who will start in the not driver's seat.
The same way I do it with my wife.
So, John, your choice. Where would you
The
like
same
to
way
start?
you do what with your wife?
Passenger seat.
Choose who's
All right,
driving.
Good luck to you both. So you
Somehow that. All right, we're back. This is our second matchup. We've got purple team in the passenger seat, green team in the driver's seat. John Chambers versus Fletcher Estes. Let's listen in.
Buckle up. Put your hands down.
And we're off. Oh, and very quickly, Chambers puts in his mouthpiece. Points for style.
Chambers
Right.
on, up, and at him. He's lucky he don't have a sunroof. He would be poking straight out of it.
Jonathan Chambers very aggressive in round one. He's going to go knee on belly here. He's looking for mount.
A reset saves good old Fletch.
Okay, now what's happened here, Mayhem, is there was a little bit of a trouble here, and Fletcher
I wouldn't say that was a trouble. I would say he's hopping straight out like an Uber Eats driver.
Well, Fletcher didn't like it, so he opened up the door and touched his foot down to the mat outside, and that restarts the match.
That's a fantastic strategy.
You only get that once per round, though. Here we go. It's the restart of round one, and the same thing is happening, only this time Fletcher Estes is still hung up in the shoulder strap.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. You know, it's always something to think about. If we were to jump out of the car roof right now and look for an arm bar, what would happen?
Well, I tell you, Jonathan Chambers has pulled a couple of arm bars like this, but this particular car, Mayhem, is a 2025 Ford Mustang Series 3 RTR. This thing has tiny little windows, and there's not a lot of room here to work. So one thing that Fletcher Estes has to concentrate on is getting John back into the car, because there are no heel hooks or leg locks of any type at Car-Jitsu.
And he should remember to turn off the dome light so they don't run the battery out.
Yes, and don't forget to rewind. All right, a little bit of hand fighting here. A lot of people would call this sissy fighting, but these guys have a choice. All right, now we're still just kind of fighting for the armrest. I've done that a lot, but it's usually not this aggressive.
Yeah, you know, it's really a standoff right here. This looks like me and my wife ordering Starbucks.
Oh! All right, every time the horn rings, an angel gets his wings. There you go. All right, Jonathan Chambers now with a taste of his own medicine. Fletcher Estes is going to sit here on the windowsill of the driver's side. Oh, and then he smashes himself in the rib coming back in.
Yeah, he looks like he's kind of hunting the guillotine. Chambers kind of hunting for a gi choke here on his rash guard.
Okay, one thing about Car-Jitsu Championship, you can assist yourself by grasping the gi pants, but not the rash guard.
No, you know what? I missaw that. That was the seat belt around his neck. Really clever use of the belt.
Nice. Fletcher Estes, this is kind of like World Star fist fights here. These guys need to engage. And our lead official, another angel.
And they're pouring out of the side like a street takeover.
All right, now at this point in the match, if anyone were to reach down and touch the mat, we would restart. So whoever's going to be the aggressor here is going to need to control the wrists of the other guy, or it's all for naught. Oh, look here, Jason.
Oh, a rear naked
got an RNC.
Oh, man, you're very close. He's got 5 seconds, or he's just ghost riding the whip.
All right, we've got 10 seconds left.
What a wacky match that we got here. He's trying to push him out of the car and put his face
all right, that's it looks like there was about to be a restart there.
So confusing.
And the time ran out.
An amazing little match right there.
All right, so these guys now will move.
You know, I bet Steven Seagal has nothing on these guys.
No, Steven Seagal is very easily the greatest Car-Jitsu practitioner of all time.
He was, but, you know, time marches on.
I don't know.
These competitors are way better than Steven Seagal.
No, Steven Seagal is timeless, my friend.
All right. No rest. Oh, and they're off to a race. Uh-oh. Fletch is being pinned down in the passenger seat.
Okay, now he's got that shoulder strap across the carotid here, and he's in a bad spot, so he resets again.
Clever strategy.
Fletcher Estes with his tiny little feet on the mat. Now he's wasted it. That's a premature, what do you call that, Jason?
It's a chair unit.
It's a premature use of his escape toe touch.
Erection.
Yeah, yes. I like how you get right to the point. Okay, here we go. We got aggressive attack from Jonathan Chambers.
And Fletch is there pinned down like a prom date.
Fletcher Estes turning it just a little bit pinker than the first 2 rounds.
All right. He's really struggling to get out of this position.
He looks like Rocky Balboa. Look at that. When you squeeze him like that.
Cut me, Mick. Cut me.
Oh, he says squeeze it harder.
He said, I tap. The belt.
All right, we got a win here.
And then what a great match. What a great match.
That's a seatbelt choke for Jonathan Candy Corn Chambers.
Oh, and Fletch, although defeated, looks happy in his loss.
Good-looking kid. Let's go down to the car and our host, Alan Gettler.
More often than not, I'm in here talking to you. You deserved it. You got a W for the purple team.
Yeah,
extra
got
points.
support.
Extra points because you got the submission. Good job. So tell me, I couldn't see what was going on. What was going on out this window? Like, how were you guys even hanging on? It looked like just your feet were in here.
So, he was a lot smaller and obviously a lot more fit. That was all his core. He was holding both of us up out that window.
Really?
Yeah, but I had him trapped where he couldn't touch the floor, so we had to kind of scoot down together for the reset.
Okay, I was confused why he just didn't go down, but you were kind of holding on to. Were you going for a rear naked, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I was trying to get to a rear naked, but he turned and faced real good, so just had to transition, see what I could get.
So now you went out the window. We weren't sure how that would work in this car, but you used it, and then he used it, and then he went out again. And you did that whole thing. I can't wait to watch that on the replay.
Yeah.
But congratulations. How you feeling?
Good. Ready for another match.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, shout out to my sponsor, Springfield Vapor. Appreciate everything you guys do for me. Huge shout out to my wife and kids. I love you and appreciate everything you do for me as well.
All right. Congratulations. And, of course, shout out to the purple team and your winner, John Chambers.
All right, friends. Our next competitor representing the pink team, it's Alex Stevens.
All right, here we go, Alex Stevens.
Alex Stevens, Mayhem comes to us. He's highly recommended by several friends of mine. They've all said this kid is great.
Yeah.
He's currently a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but as you know, that doesn't necessarily matter inside the Ford Mustang.
Yep. Well, once you shut the doors, once you start spinning that odometer, all bets are off.
All bets are off. Now, this is an interesting character here, and I hear he's an aggressive grappler, so I'm looking forward to it.
He has the focused determination of a creature twice his size.
Indeed, he do. Let's look at his opponent's package, shall we?
Oh, no thanks.
David Glassburner, and let me tell you, he is David Glassburner coming in tonight. Right now, Glassburner is pressing into him with his head. I love it. I love it. I'd love to see him just smash Mike all the way into some paste in the corner here. Let's see it. All right, so we got a little bit of hand fighting going on here, and Glassburner is a little bit more of a jiu-jitsu technician. So this is going to be a dog fight, and one of these guys eventually is going to wear down. But the thing that I take away from round one is how tough David Glassburner is actually.
I've never been like in the window
Glassburner. Don't count him out. He is a tough, tough guy. And he survived this big monkey man on top of him for 3 minutes. It looks like we may move into the second round.
All right. A warm welcome from the hometown crowd.
David Glassburner, he's a veteran of car jiu-jitsu. He's had several matches, and it's going to be David Glassburner who welcomes Alex Stevens to the car jiu-jitsu.
You could say there's some miles on them tires.
You could say that, yeah. All right, our lead official, as always, Kyron Bowen. But first, let's go to the front of the car for the coin toss here. Our host,
All right.
Alan Gedling.
So, Alex, I'm going to ask you to hold the mic. I'm going to have David call it in the air, okay? This is heads. This is
Missouri. Alex Stevens from Pluto, the planet Pluto.
It's heads. All right, so David, you have your choice. Where would you like to start?
All right, David Glassburner is going to take the driver's seat first, which is a bold move. But Shotgun. That's interesting. We should think about this. Pink team versus red team, friends. Let's listen in.
Show your hands down,
And here we go. It's tonight's third match. It's Alex Stevens like lightning. He's already all up in the grits of David, and David is finished with round one. All right, it was a guillotine choke, Mayhem. No need for the seat belt or shoulder strap. He just said, come here.
Yeah, bust out the Carnuba wax. It's over.
That's a 12-second round, and we'll switch seats and get back to the road here. Now, David Glassburner, he's no stranger to adversity. He had a hell of a time getting those gi pants on just a few minutes ago.
buckle up.
All right, this is round two. Glassburner needs a submission to force this to the third round.
Show your hands down, 100.
And we're off. David Glassburner getting the jump this time, and now we've got a little bit of a power struggle here, kind of a passive-aggressive grappling match.
Yeah, the underhook, overhook, now this hip pressure right here, now onto his hips. Glassburner really looking for that tug.
Absolutely, and he's just going to go inch by inch here. He knows he's in a fight,
Yeah.
but he's got a good position, and he just needs to work. He's
creeping up to park on Lover's Lane.
Absolutely.
Oh, my ride's here. I got to go.
All right, we got a nice little power struggle here.
Yeah, they're locked up like bulls in china shops.
Now you can see one of the things we've got going on with Alex here is he's protecting his back by pressing it to the top of the car.
Yeah,
It's a nice strategy. He's also protecting his butt crack by hanging it completely out of the battle dome.
Yes. Alex is working on that guillotine, trying to redeem that head choke. But Glassburner's saying, do not redeem, do not redeem.
That's right. It sounds just like him, man. That was great.
Come on, let's go back here.
All right.
All right, I'm not sure what's happening here other than we're moving into the back seat of this thing. And let me tell you, the back seat of this thing is barely big enough for 3 people.
Yeah, Alex jumped in that back seat faster than my ex-girlfriend.
True.
Man, they are really locked up here.
Interesting underpants choice here for Glassburner to go with maroon, knowing that nothing that we would wear here would be maroon.
Well,
still.
if I'm not mistaken, I believe that those are his lucky underwear.
I see. There we can see the tiny feet of Stevens.
Well, as a man who's not into that exactly, I can say they are pretty nice. All right, now locked up. Now, will T-Pain be mad if we break his window out?
I think T-Pain has graduated from this Series 3 to a Series 5.
Oh,
so I think T-Pain kind of shamed us on the car. I think he's okay. Now, the last event we had with T-Pain at Coachella, the front windshield was broken out. It was actually ground sharp. And they sent us a new front windshield immediately. So thanks to our sponsors at RTR. They're the best, and we love it, so thank you. In the back seat right now, we've got a lover's quarrel.
Yeah, he's definitely stuck back there like he's going to Coachella.
Now, these guys, these are the hairiest competitors tonight. These two guys both have the Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, it's just like a ball of tough. Something my cat coughed up back there in the back seat.
No, that's just Glassburner. That's David Glassburner. He looks like the dude from The Big Lebowski.
10 seconds in the back seat.
Look at this. Look how pink Alex Stevens is taking a choking.
Oh, yeah.
He's near the end, and he makes it to the end of the round, and that's going to secure the victory for Alex Stevens and the pink team. He wins the first round. The second round has no finish, and so there you have it. Alex is going to make his way to the front seat, and our host will join him. So let's go down to this beautiful Mustang and the beautiful Alex Stevens.
There you go. That was fun. Did you say that was fun?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we want to hear, brother.
I brought him back there in the back.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that strategy. There is no room back there. So why did you want to go back there?
I don't know. I thought I was going to take his back, and I was like, oh, God, I was getting crushed.
Yeah, well, I mean, you discovered probably you're a good jiu-jitsu player, but it's a different game in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't have the same space.
Yeah.
When you're on bottom, there's not much you can do, is there?
Yeah. The first part was a good game plan.
Yeah. You jumped the gun on that quick.
Yeah.
Got him quick, got the first early submission, but then that last round, thought you'd have a little fun.
Yeah, a little fun. Give it a little show, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Very entertaining to have you go back there. And he came following you after, and you were on bottom, but still you withheld throughout the round and got the W.
Yeah.
And so you got the W for the pink team, right?
Yes.
Woohoo! All right, brother. Well, I know you probably want someone to shout out to, so go ahead and do that.
I'd like to thank everyone of my team at Noreste. I'd like to thank Robert for coming down, my wife Data, and everyone I trained and cross-trained with in Ozark and Fayetteville, and my mom and dad and everybody.
Right on. Was Robert your coach?
Yes.
I think I heard him talking. Did you hear him? He was giving you pointers. Did you hear him?
Oh, no.
No, it's too hot.
This was my first time doing this.
Gotcha.
Tunnel vision.
Gotcha. Well, you did great, man. Can't wait to see you in again. And you are the winner for the pink team, Alex Stevens.
We're about halfway through the card tonight, and so far the kickoff to Friday Night Fights has been sensational. We've seen big wins tonight. Cameron Harris, also known as Black Larry, picking up 5 points for the black team. We saw Jonathan Chambers picking up some points for the purple team, and Alex Stevens representing for Team Pink. But the next matchup is going to be incredible. Before we move on to this next matchup, Mayhem, so far, this is your first event here at PLN Studios. First time to see Karjitsu. We talked about this, I don't know, a year or two ago. You said you got to get me down for Karjitsu. Now that you've seen it firsthand, what do you think?
Hey, ain't no cruise control in this sport. It's full-on grappling match inside a damn car.
Yeah, this is like a crime in progress, right?
The moment that I say Karjitsu to people, they immediately evoke feelings of wonder and rage and, gentle roughhousing in the passenger seat.
That's nice. I like gentle rage, too, if you ever get that one. So we've got another matchup coming up. All these matchups were chosen by the PLN randomizer, and what that means is of the 6 teams that we've put together, each have 7 members and several weight classes, several types of athlete. And at the end of this episode, we will show you the randomizer, and it will display to you what will be the matchups for next week.
AI has gone too far.
And so we've got a crazy matchup. The thing about the randomizer is that it doesn't consider anything other than who's available, who's in the same weight class, and a random matchup happens. And tonight we're going to have a matchup between two professional slap fighters. Neither of them have ever competed in any sort of combat grappling, and so there is absolutely no telling what's going to happen in this match. So what I'd like to do is let's go ahead and roll the package for the first competitor in Fight 4.
Proud U.S. Marine, father of 5, Shamokin Thunderclap. He's well known to have the heaviest hand in the middleweight division. Looks like it's working out. Oh, fantastic slap by Shamokin Thunderclap. All right, so Kage's going to return fire here on STC. Oh, man, and STC eats it. Shamokin Thunderclap now teeing off on Slap Kage. Okay, I like the form of Slap Kage. Slap Kage eats another slap. Checking his placement here. Shamokin Thunderclap with the windup. Coming in hot. Oh, now that was a fantastic slap. This is the first opportunity for Shamokin Thunderclap to put his hands on Larry. Shamokin Thunderclap with several knockouts on his record. He's now a lightweight.
Representing the gold team, give it up for Shamokin Thunderclap!
There he is, Mayhem. It's Shamokin Thunderclap. This guy is a veteran slap fighter. This guy is a crazy individual. He's a U.S. Marine.
What did you say his name was? Smoking Thundercloud?
Shamokin Thunderclap.
All right, very well.
Shamokin, Pennsylvania. This man has been competing with PLN for a very long time, but only at Slap Fight Championship. This is his first time in the car. He's been begging for an opportunity, and the randomizer has given him that opportunity. Let's take a look at his opponent here.
Beautiful. There we go. Solid slap there. He ate it.
Yeah, now that was a fantastic slap, and you can see it kind of rung his bell just for a moment there. Okay, fantastic slap. Oh, and the Cure took the hard shot of the night so far.
That was right on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the pink team, give it up for the Cure!
All right, Mayhem, this is the Cure. The Cure is from the state of California, and he was a former slap champion at a regional slap promotion. We signed him last year to Slap Fight Championship. He is now part of the PLN family. This is his first time to step outside of slapping. So I did hear a rumor that he was a retired mixed martial artist, but I don't know much about him other than that. So he's going to make his way to the front of this car, and we're going to have a coin toss to see which two of these lovely ladies, Mayhem, is going home with you tonight.
Okay, so I'm going to have you hold the mic.
All right, Shamokin Thunderclap with a little bit of a weight disadvantage, but some people would say that's an advantage inside of the vehicle.
It is him. Give him choice.
All right, so Shamokin Thunderclap.
Passenger
He's
side.
going to take
All
the
right.
passenger
Get in there. Good
side
luck to you
first,
both.
my friend, and that means that he's looking to snipe and get that first point quickly. So we're going to take a look at the competitors here. All right, here we go. It's our fourth match of 5. It's the Cure in the driver's seat facing Shamokin Thunderclap in the passenger seat, Mayhem, and this is going to be a good one.
They're off. Seatbelts off. Oh,
Oh, Shamokin already assassinating the Cure. Oh, he said, come here.
Oh, look.
All right.
A triangle he's got working. But it looks like the Cure for boredom is trying to get past this triangle. Wow, it's really in there. I'm surprised that he could do that inside the passenger seat.
Yeah, he doesn't have it quite locked up yet, but it's interesting to see him attempting.
Yeah.
Also, remember, either one of these guys could open the door at this point and restart the match. So
completely inverted here and totally stuffed into the passenger seat.
Okay, we got a nice little comical scramble, but in the scramble,
he's out of there.
Shamokin Thunderclap beamed in the head with the door on the way back. I had that happen with a swing set once.
I thought you said some swingers.
No,
I'll tell you what, I just remembered Smoking Thunderclouds was a guy I went to college with from Humboldt.
All right, so we're going to reset here. You can see there on the left side of the forehead of Shamokin Thunderclap, that door came back and smacked him in the head, and that's a game you play with the doors at Jiu-Jitsu. So here we go. Shamokin got a little boo-boo.
Oh, wow. Some road rash.
And here we go. Shamokin quickly over into the driver's seat. He's going to go right into mount. Now, this is the right approach, Jason. Oh, excuse me. Shamokin Thunderclap. A little bit of a fat butt. It's probably going to be okay. He's going to lay the seat down to avoid embarrassing himself with the horn.
I think it works for him. All the way over into the back seat. My dad once did this to me in 1987.
All right, so Shamokin Thunderclap, he's got the shoulder strap from both seat belts, but it looks like he's accidentally got his own wrist. He's got his own wrist tied up, but still he's popping this guy's head. Look at this, the guy looks like a milk dud. All right, and he gets the tap.
That was amazing.
All right, so round one goes to Big Bill from PA, Shamokin Thunderclap. That was awesome.
But at what cost? He now has grown a third eye in the middle of his head.
Yeah.
He's been macro-dosing before this match.
All right, again, at Jiu-Jitsu Championship, there is no break between rounds. Just enough time to switch seats and get back to the ripping and the tearing, Jason.
Now, the Cure, I gotta tell you, looks like a beastly man.
He does. He looks like kind of a Grizzly Adams type. Now, again.
Oh, look at this guillotine he's working.
Again, we've got Big Bill jumping right over into his opponent's arms. Now he's going to have to fight hands here, but it looks like he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like the defense is in there, but I think the Cure works slowly.
Absolutely. He's like an angry milk dud. And what he's doing now is he's just jamming that shoulder. He's jamming the armrest into the face of Shamokin. Now, Shamokin's protecting his face like he's in a fist fight, and that's because while you were away, he got his forehead slammed into the cup holders. Now we've got the Cure wants this round. If the Cure can get a submission in this round, he will force the fight to the back seat, and you can hear the screams and the grunts of Shamokin Thunderclap, who just needs to hold on for 2 more minutes, and he can win this match.
I just realized I left my Starbucks in that car.
Oh, no. Yeah, I probably wouldn't trust it at this point. Inside the car right now, 81 degrees. It's starting to warm up just a little bit. All right, now he's going to go ahead and go for this seatbelt choke, and Shamokin has caught him.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a tight squeeze in there, I have to say.
All right, these two gentlemen are going to hug it out for a few seconds and recover, but at this point, it looks like the Cure is just going to keep this top position and smother until something's given up. He's got a minute and a half here to work.
Yeah, a minute. Look, the Cure is looking to choke him out in under 60 seconds.
All right, the Cure doesn't care about your horn. Which part of the Cure's body do you think's honking the horn right now, Jason?
I would wager his coccyx. Now, I'm more interested in the fact that he's stepping on all my jokes.
Well, the thing is,
this is how my mom would call me out to the driveway for school in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. I understand. All right, at this point, Richard, the Cure Karsten is just being sarcastic. Incredible control over his glutes. That was amazing how he was honking the horn with his... Look at that, just to say what's up, JT, I hear you. All right, we're going to get a look here at the final moments of the second round. And Shamokin Thunderclap, you can look how visceral his forehead is. Oh my God.
Yeah, the Cure is looking for this, oh man, a head and arm choke.
You've heard of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Man, those bucket seats are doing him no favors.
Yeah, this is rough. He's trying everything. If Shamokin Thunderclap can hold on for 20 seconds, he will win this match.
Oh, wow.
And if he taps, he will move to the back seat with the Cure. This is a tough situation.
Oh, the Cure is really working for
the
it.
Cure is smashing the horn with his butt, and he's smashing the Shamokin Thunderclap with his front. This is almost like something you'd see on the hub. And the time's up. He does it. Mayhem. Oh, my God. Shamokin Thunderclap toughs it out for his first win at Jiu-Jitsu Championship. Wow.
And the Cure is such a lovable character.
Yeah, he really is, man.
He spits his mouthpiece out. Oh, man. And, you know, I wouldn't think this Thunderclap guy is...
he's a tough guy, man. He looks like he got hit with a hatchet.
Yeah. I wouldn't think he was Irish. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to check closely.
Mick Thunderclap? Is that what his name is?
Shamokin. He's from Shamokin, Pennsylvania. He's Shamokin Thunderclap.
Oh, I thought it was Mick Thunderclap.
No, but maybe we could talk to him
I'm
about it.
confusing him with Conor McGregor.
Something's happened here, and I think somebody's stuck to the car.
Hey, will you guys get my change out of there?
Shamokin Thunderclap.
I think actually the Cure dropped his phone in the crack of the seat.
Oh, I've been there. Let's go down and listen in to the post-fight interview.
All right, brother.
Big win for Team Gold.
You did it. Oh, my God. Congratulations. Got one for the gold team. But talk to me, brother. I didn't know you had some grappling background right there. I thought you were going to be the first one to pull off a triangle right here in the car. So,
I was trying, but I didn't have the room where
no.
I ran out of the energy for that, too, because dude was kicking my ass the whole time. I ain't going to lie. Sorry about the language again.
Behind.
My behind. I keep forgetting we're live.
Uh-huh.
But,
tell me, you were making a lot of noise when you were winning, getting the submission. Were you just tired?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this hits you in the tiredness that you won't expect. It's different than wrestling on a mat.
Absolutely.
It's a lot different.
Did you get claustrophobic?
No, I was actually comfortable. I'm used to small places.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of small places in my life and had to fight out.
Well, he had a little bit of weight on you too, and
Yeah.
so that second round, you were on the bottom for the most part. Were you worried about that? Were you worried about breathing? Were you ever in danger of tapping?
I wasn't in danger of tapping, but I was in danger of getting tired out. I got to work on my cardio. I know that for a fact. Because he was because cardiacally he was whooping my ass terribly. Sorry for the language again.
You're patootie. And what happened there?
I don't know.
It was the car door. You went out the car and I didn't see it, but the car came back and smacked you.
Probably. I don't know. I wasn't worried about.
You're zoned.
I was zoned. I was win or survive.
You did it, brother. You did it.
Sir.
Hey, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my family, my kids, Violet, Chloe, Lily, Jasmine, Billy, Iris, Cassie, and God bless you, my son Alex. I miss you. I wish you were here with us. And all the moms out there that I had these children with, God bless you too. And let's make it happen, America.
All right. Well, you've been busy, and hopefully you didn't miss anyone. Here, you can take this, brother. But you're looking good. No worries, man.
And thank you all, and thank you, Heather Philhauer. Thank you.
Your winner, Shamokin Thunderclap for the gold team. Good job, brother.
Oh man. Whew. Whew. I gotta get out of here. That was some
Hey, hope everybody's enjoying card jitsu. I always want to call it card jiu-jitsu, but it's card jitsu. It's another portion of Friday night fights from the Pro League. Should be having a lot of fights coming up through Creator Sports Network. Unfortunately, Friday nights I'm usually kind of tied up with the family, and I'm not able to be here in the office as much. Tomorrow night, I believe we have another event on the card for Creator Sports Network. So I will be here. I'm gonna bring these guys down a little bit for a second. But I'll be here in the office quite a bit more for tomorrow's stream. In addition to that, I'll be doing my gaming streams throughout the late nights. So hope everybody's having a great time. Thanks for tuning in, spending some of your Friday night with me, enjoying the fights. Be sure to click on the pin link and check out Card Jitsu on their socials. Please give them a follow as well.
Excited to see, and I cannot wait to get this thing started.
I personally thank the robot overlords. Thank you.
Yes, well said, Jason. Let's go down to our host, Dallin Getling, with the fighter introductions after these two packages.
In the shoulder strap, and he's trying to go ahead and get the conventional guillotine. Okay, he's still alive here.
He's got the other seatbelt around his neck.
This is a bad situation for everybody.
Grappling.
Yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. Round one goes to Minsky. You called it, Zach.
This will be a good match. Sugar Bear, Steven Minsky. Steven Minsky's representing the red team. The red team has yet to have a victory tonight, so Steven wants to put his team on the board. So far, gold, purple, green, and pink have scored points, and blue and red are no longer in play unless they can pick up a match here. So Steven Minsky
looks great, head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Absolutely. Steve Minsky loves the cameras. He loves to compete. But let's take a look at the big sandwich he'll swallow tonight.
Difficult to compete against because of his unorthodox approach and his extreme athleticism.
Leroy. And we're off. Whoa, and Leroy Davis with a front handspring. Oh, a nice attempt here by Leroy. Hugh Davidson is almost halfway in the tire. That's one arm. If he could just fold that one arm into the tire.
Leroy Davis.
Give it up for Leroy Davis!
I've had the pleasure of watching Leroy Davis grapple. He is a beast.
Yeah, he absolutely is a beast. A great showman, too, and a great guy. Leroy Davis, very strong. He's the Arkansas State powerlifting champion in his weight class, and he is representing the purple team tonight. Leroy Davis is a mixed martial arts fighter. He's a professional Muay Thai fighter. He's a Jiu-Jitsu practitioner and former world champion. Let's go down here and take a look at the coin toss. Steven Minsky in the white. Leroy Davis in the black.
Heads. Minsky, where do you want to go? Driver. You're the driver. You're driving.
Oh, Minsky's going to mix it up here. He's going to make a bold move. He's going to take the driver's seat, and that's That's something that I do not think Leroy Davis is too upset about.
Yeah, I hope.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's our main event. Leroy Davis on the left. Stephen Minsky on the right. Let's get it on.
Buckle up and push to start.
Hands down. Punch it in.
And here we go. Immediately, Stephen Minsky tries to block the escape.
Oh, Minsky is on top now.
And Minsky's very aggressive, but Leroy Davis is one of the most athletic competitors in the league. Yeah. And he is no stranger to this position. But Stephen Minsky, very, very aggressive, Mayhem.
Yeah, he's using the ceiling to sort of keep himself in position. Pretty high-level jiu-jitsu. Now he's into a rear naked position. He really didn't give Leroy a chance to make a move. You know, he immediately smashed him down, and his athleticism is all for naught.
Leroy Davis getting smashed, kind of more of a neck crank. It looked like he was going to take the back, but Leroy's working his way. Look here, it looks like a baby deer birth.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now he's going to move back to mount. He didn't have any success at the back, but now it looks like Leroy's giving the back.
Yeah,
and we've got a nice little choke working, Mayhem.
Yeah. But Leroy is kind of trying to settle down on the gear shift like a woman I once saw in Hawaii do.
Oh, look at this here. Leroy's just getting suffocated by the shoulder strap.
Yeah, he's really hemmed up in there. He's tighter than the airbags.
Stephen Sugar Bear Minsky all over the former champion. And somehow Leroy is completely intertwined in both shoulder straps and still surviving. He peels off the shoulder strap, and he has escaped. But now Minsky has his back with 1:40 left, and he's going to go ahead and peel here.
Yeah.
Minsky's got that ratchet, and he's got a pretty decent...
He's got this Dagestani handcuff there.
He sure does, but he's got one leg in the back seat, which is giving him some good leverage. The other one's jacked up on the passenger side window edge. Excuse me. And now he's just looking for anything sloppy that he can just throw in here while he's getting pressured by the left shoulder of the former champ.
Yeah, this overhook is working for him. He's got this back position settled in, and now during a lull in the action here, he looks to find the seatbelt. Now, back to the passenger side, he's looking to get that shoulder strap again, I would imagine. But this position is doing nothing for anybody, so he releases himself and splashes out onto the road like I did one time with my ex-girlfriend.
One time only, I'm sure. Stephen Minsky opens up the door, touches the mat below, and now he'll have a restart here. Leroy Davis making an interesting fashion choice here with the side ponytail.
Yep. A little bit of a Chinese fire drill here. He locked himself out of the car. Done that before with my wiener dog.
There was a lot in that last sentence to unpack.
Yeah, the wiener dog locked me out of the car. It was like a whole bummer of a snowboard trip where I had to get AAA involved.
Those wiener dogs. Here we go. Restart at the end of round one. There's 45 seconds left, and Minsky is back in top position and going to town. He had a disadvantage behind the driver's side, and now he's in a
he's one of the rare competitors who really used the driver's side to take the driver's seat in the match.
Oh, I see what you did there, Jason.
Oh,
all right, Leroy Davis
being clever here, all the way out the window. Let's see. Now, what happens if he climbs all the way over the top of and the door's open? Let's see, is it out? And it's reset. He falls off to the exit freeway ramp.
To answer your question, Mayhem, what happens if they get up on the roof is anything can happen. The first time that Leroy ever competed in jiu-jitsu, he got up on the roof and met his opponent and then armbarred him across the front windshield. So he's no stranger to crazy antics. He's got 12 seconds here to win this round. Otherwise, we'll move to round two with no clear winner. Here we go.
All right, it's on again. It's on and cracking.
Okay, this time.
Minsky really perfected the up out of the seat
Minsky
technique.
wants in the back seat. He wants the hangman's noose.
Oh, and now he's in the back seat. Not very advantageous.
It looked like that said seatbelt ass, but that's supposed to say seatbelt assassin. It's just that he's got this hungry butt thing going on from getting smashed for the first 3 minutes.
Oh, well. Yeah, look.
All right, Leroy Davis is now, he's panhandling for a ponytail holder from the audience here.
Well, that was a great first round. I mean, that was a full lap around the track.
Now you can see by the way these guys are milking it that they are exhausted, but there is no break, so we will start immediately.
Now, always use automotive safety, folks. Buckle up before you drive. Or grapple.
All right, round 2, no winner yet. It looks like Minsky using that passenger side to springboard off, and now it's knee on belly looking for mount.
He's quick up out of the seat, I gotta tell you.
He is.
It really helps the game if you're out of the seat first.
All right, Leroy Davis is in an adverse position. He's honking the horn for help, but there's no one coming.
Yeah, this,
all right, a little bit of work by Minsky here. It's nice to see.
Minsky with that Kimura, another clever move there. You know, he's really like taking away Leroy's entire game by keeping the top position and putting different holds so that Leroy can't get out of this position.
All right, Leroy's looking to explode here. He's a very explosive athlete, but I got to tell you, Mayhem, these seats are different than other cars he may have competed in. This is a sports car. This is a fine piece of equipment with some incredible seats.
Oh yeah, these buckets are doing nobody a service.
He's trapped in there, man. His butt's just in these Recaro seats, man. He's not really able to shrimp. He's not able to move.
Man, and he's being smashed into the patent leather.
Yeah, really a tough situation for him to be in. However, he's lived through worse. It's just that he's now in an attempted murder situation here.
I believe we're all accomplices to this.
Yes, I think if this goes badly, everyone in the room, I'll need your name.
There will be a 2020 on this.
I'll roll on all of them. All right, Steven Minsky just very slowly and methodically cross-stitching this man into the passenger seat.
Yeah, I was going to say he's weaving him tighter than one of his dreadlocks.
Okay, so the last match I saw Leroy compete in, his opponent had him on his back with the seatbelt across his carotid and was just pressing a good 2 minutes, and there was no tap. So you're going to have to find an actual submission here to finish this kid.
Oh, he's doing a smother here with his hands, too. Little dirty trick in the passenger seat.
This main event is delivering. We have no clear winner. Steven Minsky has 1 minute to finish this match with a submission, and he will be the winner. However, if there is no winner, we will go to the third round in the back seat. And let me tell you right now, it's 87 degrees inside this Mustang, and that is not a friendly temperature for 450 pounds of man meat.
Oh, yeah, there's no rest area in car jitsu.
30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
All right, the red team needs a win. The purple team would like to pad their lead.
Oh.
And it looks to me like we're going to see this happen in the back seat, Jason.
Yeah, I believe so. You know, Leroy just never got off the starting line. And right here is a little bit too little, too late. If he could get a red turtle shell.
Yeah, if he had a red turtle shell, that would almost secure the victory.
But blue is what he needs.
Yeah. All right, that backside, far side wrist control does nothing. And friends, let me tell you, that's 6 minutes of frustrating grappling for both guys. Back and forth. It was a great 2 rounds, but now these gentlemen are going to have to make their way to the tiny back seat of this Mustang, and there will be no seat belts in play at the beginning. They can just have free reign, and it's going to be a war. At the end of this 3 minutes, if there's still no submission, we'll go into sudden death, Jason, and the first person to score a point will be the winner. So you can look at the face of Steven Minsky, and you can see the absolute exhaustion here, and this is going to be a real test here. Now, we've seen both of these gentlemen in an exhausting situation before, but what we haven't seen is them in this particular car with no room whatsoever to work.
Yeah, the longest road trip I've ever been on.
For sure. And this is the longest match of the night, and I hate to speak too soon, but somehow the front of this beautiful car has survived 5 matches. Here we go, the final round of the night. It's Friday Night Fights by PLN. Week 1 is Car Jitsu. Your main event is in the 3rd round. The Seatbelt Assassin versus Sugar Bear, and Sugar Bear is retreating out the window because it's hot in that sucker.
Well, let's see what he does with this position.
He just offered a fist bump to the camera. That reminds me, this could be another Hello Japan moment.
Yeah, Leroy is in on a strange single leg out the window. I once saw this at a 4th of July parade.
I like how you say window. That's a North Carolina thing, isn't it?
Ah, yeah. Bless your heart.
All right, here we go. We can see the cavernous butt crack of Steven Minsky. It's inappropriate. You probably should tuck that thing in when you're competing.
Well, you know, it's the little things, though.
All right, so at this point in the match, it looks to me that Leroy Davis is trying to pull Minsky back into the car.
He puts on his belt for safety. Steps on out.
A little bit of a pratfall there. We're going to have a restart as Steven Minsky
fixes his pants,
fixes that crack, and puts it back. So look how small that back seat is. This is a rough game.
Yeah.
Leroy Davis in the zone. Leroy Davis kind of looking like the girl from The Ring. Here we go. Leroy goes to the back. Steven looks for that far side wrist. And now Leroy's going to shove that in between his legs and work inch to inch until he can take top position.
Like my ex-girlfriend.
Absolutely the same.
So, yeah, they're locked up here in the back seat. You know, I don't know if we turned the seat warmers off, but it looks awfully hot in there. Oh, wow.
It says here 89 degrees inside the car. Very, very hot.
All right. These guys are locked up real tight. Kind of upside down situation.
Hanging over into the front.
Yeah, hanging onto the dashboard.
You know, there's a lot of room to work in the back. Unfortunately, there's so much pressure from Leroy to get Steven back to the front.
Now, if Minsky opens the glove box, does he get a bonus?
He could potentially. There may be a prize inside.
All right. Actually, I already looked in there. Nothing but old Thompson's guide. Would you believe that?
I couldn't believe it unless you showed me. It's an awful wild tale.
Oh, now Minsky's in the front seat, and I believe the GPS is recalculating.
He's buffering. All right, we've got 35 seconds left in this final round, and then we go to sudden death. We won't restart. We'll just continue, and whoever pulls mount takes the back. Any point scored will win the match. Look at this. We're going to go ahead and restart.
Minsky's jumping out like it's spring break.
What a match. Leroy Davis.
Second. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, is that right?
So we finished the match now inside the back seat.
Okay, so Steven Minsky has just had a stern warning from the official. He said he's already used one of his door openings and restarts. So one more, and he's going to be disqualified. So that's going to be frustrating for Minsky, who's 17 seconds from the end of the match and sucking hind tit.
Is that a German phrase?
No, that's my parents. That was their song.
20 seconds left.
All right, Steven Minsky, very, very tired. And here we go. Both guys explosive. A little bit of a headbutt.
Head clash there. I'm a little worried about the competitors at this point. But, you know, when I noticed that nobody knocked off the rearview mirror.
Yeah, for some reason, this car has made it through the night.
I'll tell you what, it is a testament to the American-made Ford cars.
Absolutely. All right, we're in sudden death mayhem. The first match tonight to go the difference, and it's our main event, the former champ versus the up-and-comer. All right, it looks like Minsky's in a tough spot. All we need to pass these legs, get to mount, and that's going to be the point that Leroy Davis needs to win tonight's main event, inch by inch. He's going to have to slide in here now.
Yep.
I don't know that there's a worse position that Minsky can be in. He's
Minsky
sitting
is
in the
stuck
floor.
in there. It's definitely going to affect his resale value.
Absolutely, but probably he had done damage to that in years past. Look how pink he is. He looks like Burl Ives in that Christmas movie.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, he's going to have to defend that right leg of Leroy Davis.
And
he taps him out! And Leroy Davis, wow!
is the Car-Jitsu champion. Leroy Davis does it again. A come-from-behind victory.
Leroy Davis stepping 1 foot closer to that rematch for the belt. Leroy Davis defeats Steven Minsky tonight in sudden death with a choke.
Fantastic You know, I mean, the competitors deserve a round of applause right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm just shocked and appalled. I'm shock-appalled.
Yes, shock-appalled indeed. Let's go down to the car here and listen to this post-fight interview. Another big win for Team Purple.
Big dog. Wow. All right. Do you want to wear these? Thank you. Stunner shades it up. All right. Can't let the enemy see me sweat. Putting all the bling on you. All the bling. And then, of course, representing the purple team. Like a pimp named Slickback, baby. And I was going to put this in my scrapbook, but I think you should have it. Hang on to it. Probably. The scrapbook sounded nice. Yeah? Yeah, I think you should keep it. Okay, I'll keep it, man. Maybe I'll auction it off on Facebook or something. Hey, man, great match. That was crazy. I knew that was going to be a great match. People were betting, trying to figure out who was going to win that one, and man, it would talk me through it, because you guys were switching off. Looked like one guy had the advantage, but yeah, I'm going to let you talk me through it. Well, I want to say, this car is tight. Yeah. Personally, I do not like the seat, but that's the name of the game. Got to play where it's at. So great for driving, just not great for jiu-jitsu. Not great for jiu-jitsu at all. He moves a lot faster than I thought. Yeah. I thought with the long arms, the long legs, he's taller than me, he's bigger than me, I can get the jump. That did not go as planned. He had me playing defense the entire time, and he was pushing. Yes. Pushing me. And he had some weight advantage there too, so he was on top and just wearing you out a little bit. He was bullying me. Yeah, what happened here? What, did he just bite that off? Straight phenom. Do you know what happened? He ripped that on purpose. That's what happened. Like, he's like, I tried to choke you like 50 times. Maybe he should keep this. He should keep it. Okay. Don't rip out a man her, man. That's his pride and joy. So were you ever in danger of tapping, or just tapping to exhaustion, or? Nah, I was in danger of tapping because he went for a choke around the neck. I think it was a guillotine, but he switched and got me cross-faced. So he was going for a crank. Gotcha. And I felt my jaw pop, and I had to legitimately open my mouth, and my mouthpiece got lunged in the back of my throat. I don't got no swallowing, bro. It was all gag. Oh. I could not do it. I was like, oh no. But then I was like, I can't tap. That made me look like a wuss. Because then you'd have to explain to me why you tapped. I know. I'm like, bro, he was trying to make me swallow my mouthpiece. I choked on my mouthpiece. I choked on my mouthpiece, coach. Don't kick me out the game. Well, talk about this opening door. Now, the ref had called it that Minsky was the one who instigated the door open. Yes. Is that accurate? Yes. He did it like 3 times. One time, he even threw me out the door, and I tried to catch an armbar on the way down. Oh, I saw that. I just fell on my head. Okay, so he threw you out there. He threw me out. Okay, I thought you were just jumping out, man. He threw me out. That man was bullying me. Well, you got the last laugh. Tell me about the last round and how you got the advantage there. Well, we were both tired. Yeah. And it was a dog fight. He was trying to seatbelt the seatbelt assassin. I'm like, only one person seatbelt the seatbelt assassin so far. Right. I can't make it 2. He's the current champ. He's the GOAT. Besides that, there ain't gonna be no 2. Gotcha. So I was playing all defense, and I finally managed to push him down, and I went for a little neck crank myself. Now you got him in the front seat. Was that part of your strategy to get him stuck in there? Or nah, it just happened. He just snaked around, and I'm like, "Where are you going, man? I can't fit over there. I don't know how you fit over there." Right. He just got over there. Then he like. But then he was kind of stuck. Yeah, he was stuck. I was stuck. So talk about the submission. So. Once I got him down, I tried to go for a guillotine. Couldn't do it. I tried to sneak a seatbelt. Yeah, I saw that. Couldn't do it. I'm like, okay. I finally got my hand underneath, and I felt him trying to claw my arms away, but he had no force. He was gas tanking. Yeah. And I had that little bit of grit. I locked my hands underneath. 10 finger? 10 finger. Nice. Turned this sideways, turned my elbow up, and just turned his neck. And I pushed him into the ceiling. Wow. And use the space. Use the crowd space. There was very little. Yeah. Very little, but in the end, it was sudden death. One of us wanted it, and I just happened to get it. Yeah. Well, I think you both want it, but you got it. I got it. So congratulations. I want to give you a chance to give a shout out to anybody that's watching. Well, first thing I want to do is give a shout out to all my friends, all my fam, and even especially my auntie. She support me a lot. She got to deal with all my craziness. I'm the type of person that walks around in the dark, punching at ghosts and saying stuff, and she be like, "Who you talking to?" At 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, it's time for me to go to sleep. So, well, thank you, Auntie, for keeping up with his antics. But congratulations, you represented the purple team well. You guys got a lot of points tonight, right? Hey, we was racking them up. Yeah, got to rack them up. Got the big lead starting out. All right, your winner, Leroy Davis. Good job, brother. I can't even get out, man. Need some help?
Well, friends, there you have it. Week 1 of PLN's Friday Night Fights is in the books, and what an incredible night of vehicular manslaughter we have just witnessed. Congratulations to all of our winners, and better luck next time to the non-winners. But let's talk about next week. Week 2 of Friday Night Fights, we will feature Slap Fight Championship. 10 competitors will travel to Branson, Missouri, and meet right here at PLN Studios to represent their respective teams. As a matter of fact, let's introduce the card now. We'll go to the randomizer and select our first randomly chosen matchup. Let's take a look. Wow, the randomizer has selected Rocky Moore, the veteran slap fighter, versus Fafo, the chest chop slap fight newcomer. These two gentlemen will meet right here in this very spot next Friday night in the main event of Week 2 of Friday Night Fights. That's an incredible matchup. I cannot wait to see it, and I'm sure that both of those competitors have been waiting to see who they would face. Well, there you have it, boys. Fafo versus Rocky, the main event of next week's fight. Let's go back to the randomizer and let's select this week's featured fight. Okay, so we've got the professional arm wrestler from the state of Oklahoma, the Okie Savage. He's a slap fighter, and he will face Blake Howard. Now, Blake Howard is a transplant from another slap league. This will be his first time at the barrel, but these two big boys will slug it out Friday night right here in this very spot at PLN Studios in the featured fight of Friday Night Fights. 3 more fights to go. Let's go back to the randomizer and see who'll be showing up on the undercard. Okay, so this is an interesting matchup. Shamokin Thunderclap versus Smiley. Now, Shamokin Thunderclap started his career at 200 pounds. He's lost a lot of size on his way down to 165 pounds. Smiley has always been at this weight. He feels himself at this weight, and he's on a little bit of a win streak. So, Smiley versus Shamokin Thunderclap, another fight featured Friday night on PLN's Friday Night Fights. That's exciting. Let's go back to the randomizer and let's select our 4th fight. The Cure will face the Carpenter. The Carpenter is a newcomer to PLN. He's got the largest hands in the league. He's got bigger hands than our super heavyweight slap fight champion, Tim Sylvia, and the Carpenter only weighs 165 pounds. This is a big, big guy with a lot of talent, and he's going to be facing the Cure. The Cure is a former champion from a regional slap league that signed with PLN just last season, and he will face the Carpenter right here during Friday Night Fights, and they will both represent their respective teams. Very exciting. That's going to be a fun matchup. Let's go back to the randomizer and take a look at the final matchup. Wow, Amir, the real deal Nuruddin, is going to face Biscuit. This is probably my favorite matchup so far. This is a fantastic matchup between a top contender and a fast-rising newcomer, and the situation is really clear here. Biscuit, master strategist, he's a master technician, and he's a veteran slapper, but you've got the real deal. He's a cunning linguist. He's a great slapper. He's a Jiu-jitsu veteran. This guy came to make a statement at PLN, and so far he's been making a lot of noise. We will see if Biscuit versus the real deal delivers. That's a fantastic opening matchup for the card. The randomizer never fails to impress, and so I cannot wait to see these matchups. It's going to be a fun night. Next Friday night, 9 p.m. Central. Tune in right here. It's Friday Night Fights by PLN, Week 2, Slap Fight Championship. From all of us here at PLN Studios in Branson, Missouri, and for everyone at the home offices in New York City, thank you to everyone for tuning in. My name is JT Tilley, and you've been watching PLN's Friday Night Fights. We'll see you next time.
All right, big shout out to FNF and PLN for the content, and of course Creative Sports Network for allowing me to get the opportunity to bring it to you. Today was Car Jitsu Championship. We'll have more fights tomorrow. Be a different format. I got to double check and see what's coming on the agenda. And we should have fights most Friday nights, so be sure to follow and subscribe respectively. And be sure to follow Daniel Freak everywhere. We'll catch you guys again on the next stream in, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 hours. All right, everybody be well, and we'll talk to you soon.